Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Revell P-40B Tiger Shark build. And the last episode, we put the landing gear on. Turned out nice, as you can see. It stands on its own three now. And in this episode, we're going to take care of that nasty looking putty in that I did. I'm going to go ahead and get some, what is this? I don't know if that's going to do it. Should we try the 1,000? Let's wet the 1,000 down and see what that does. I'm going to move it back a little bit so I don't get the dripping all over the place. How's that? Are we still on? Oh, we're right on camera. Nice. Squeeze the excess water out. And let's go ahead and let's start sanding this thing. You gotta be careful toward here. See if I can show you. It didn't have a instrument panel decal, which really shocked me. Being it's let's see here. What do our decals say? That's our Brome decals. We don't want to. But there was no, as you can see, there's no instrument panel in there. So what I did, there wasn't enough raised detail in it to. I thought about just painting and maybe doing like a dry brush over the instruments. But there wasn't really enough raised panel to. It was pretty much a flat panel. So I'll see if I can zoom this in without breaking my little tube off the wing there. I took some cardstock, went online and got the photo of the instrument cluster for the P-40 Tiger Shark, and did a little shrink down on the scale and just printed it on cardstock, and then I used some a glue stick, I believe it was, to just PVA glue stick or whatever that's the glue sticks are made of, and attached it like that, and it turned out a lot better than it would if I would have dry brushed the flat panel. But anyway, let's get back to, we don't want to get that wet is what I'm saying, because I don't think it'll fare very well. We're going to just kind of keep our sandpaper tilt it back so it don't drip down in there. You sit on your nose? Nope. The weight's balanced pretty good on this model. Let that dry up a little bit. Now let's go for here. Might have to scribe some panel lines back. Yeah, like I was saying, the fit on that was just horrendous. I figured if I had to describe some panel lines, it'd be well worth it to make that nose look a little bit better. Squeeze some of that water out, it's getting kind of wet. Yeah, with the combination of the water, I think this is good grit for this particular project. Alright, let's turn it around a little bit. Oh, let's get the top. The Canon. Kind of made a big old mess out of it in that area. Likes the water more. There we go. Yeah, you get some water in on that. It makes a heck of a difference. Yeah, maybe right on top here where that gun is. Looks a little clumpy. We don't want to get rid of all of our putty there. Yeah, one of those deals, just really disappointed in the fit of that front piece. Now that I got my metal paints coming, I kind of painted the exhaust kind of a brownish color to give it that kind of heated appearance, like it was exhaust. And since I got those metal paints coming, I think I'm not going to worry about sanding that off a little bit. I think we're going to, that and the combination of the thin brushes. Oh, don't break your machine guns off. I like that. That's actually turned out very nice. Okay, shape that putty. We gotta do a second coat on the red too. I just thought it'd be easier to get one coat on it before installing the spinner part, because this will spin. Thought it'd be easier to give it a coat before I put the two fuselage halves together. Fuselage halves together. Boy, I'm having a heck of a time talking today. Alright. Gotta clean it off too. I'm gonna drip on my instrument panel, are you? Excellent. And we'll have to clean the model with some isopropyl once we get this sanded here. Oop. Drop it down and break the wheel off. It was pretty solid. Get some of this water off because I need to go behind the seat now. There's quite a bit of a seam line on the I gotta quit doing that. I have a bad habit. I apologize anybody who's watching my videos. I have always pointed with my, usually especially when I'm holding something, I have a bad habit of pointing to stuff with my middle finger. Believe me, I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just a bad habit I got. I don't always catch myself doing. Gotta work at not doing that. I don't want to sand the back of my pilot's head either because I was so happy with the way that turned out. There could be a little bit of wrinkle in that because that is a padded headrest, so. Alright, now we'll get some water on it. Because it's really hard to keep the sandpaper clean when you got the got it dry. And this stuff does kind of sand a little hard too if it isn't wet. Putting the paper down really makes a difference. I understand there's going to be touch-ups that are going to have to be made too. Same with the brome. Alright. Now I got to work at this seam here. Oh, we don't want that water in that cockpit. That'll be a heck of a thing to try to clean up there. I got a little extra towel here. You betcha. Yeah, that's looking way better. The only problem I noticed is I got some putty where I didn't want to get it. Okay, I think there's a little bit Oh. No, I got the underside. I sanded that last time, evidently. Got a little bit right here we need to... And one right here. No problems there. Alright. We have our plane sanded. Let's get that towel out of the way so we can see something. It defeats the whole purpose if you can't see it. Looks like a mess on camera. Looks a little better in person. But, actually, I'm gonna give this a little bit more. I don't think that's going to be too bad. Does that look alright? That's a little raised there. Anything's going to be better than the way it did look. So, get that off there. We do need to get this off. Oh. There we go. Once we get the primer coat on, we're gonna see if we need to add or subtract a little more. There's a little round bump outs there that go in front of the landing gear. But let's go ahead and get our isopropyl out. Give it a nice clean wipe down. Got a different towel here. Maybe not go as crazy as I did on the brome. Boy, I dumped a quarter of the bottle on that towel that time. Stuff isn't very expensive, but well, I don't know. I haven't bought it for a while. Isopropyl's probably $5 a jug now. Nah, that's probably an exaggeration. But anyways, kind of rambling. Let's just get to the washing. And that there's kind of overdone. I brush painted that. I understand that that's going to look like a mess. And I do plan on weathering this model. It's not going to be a straight from the factory. This is going to, most of my plane models and my tank models are going to be pretty war weathered. Oh, get the towel in there. They're going to be pretty beat up. I want my planes and tanks to look like they've gone through some stuff. flip this the other way to the clean side. Well, it must be glued on good. Did you hear that? And then get in these vent areas. And again, I'll hit it with the air compressor, get all this. There's a lot of, get any dust and debris off of it like I did with the brome. I think that's something that we can go for. Yeah, we lost a little bit of paint there. But no worries. There's our cleaned off plane. Try to give you a zoom in shot here. See. Focus. Still kind of looks like crap, huh? We'll see what it looks like with primer. We may have to do some more filling and whatnot, but I'd like to thank everybody for watching. We'll call that a video because we're 23 minutes in almost, and we'll see you guys next time.